everyone, it's Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and it is day 11 of Scraptember, and today's prompt is long title. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. It's quite late at night when I'm doing this voiceover. I do love a long title, and so I have pulled out some super cute photos of my kids jumping in some puddles at the end of our street, which they both really enjoy doing. In fairness, Addison hadn't done it very often, but Lincoln's done it a lot of times, and he was begging to go. This is actually, these photos were taken in, I want to say it's June. Let me double check the back of this layout. Yeah, in June this year, which is winter for us, middle of winter. But it was actually not a bad day weather-wise. It had been raining, clearly, that's why there's puddles. However, it was quite mild outside, and we needed to get out of the house. The kids were going stir crazy. They'd been stuck in the house for a few days, and so I was like, you know what, guys, let's put on our jackets and our gumboots and let's go. Addison refused to wear her puddle suit, which is the same kind of suit Lincoln's wearing, and refused to wear gumboots, so she's in runners, regular old leggings, and her jacket, like her rain jacket, and they had the best time. So I jumped onto Pinterest and I searched jumping in puddles quotes, and I found this one that says, "The mud will wash off, but the memories will last a lifetime." I just thought it was a really cute quote, and that it worked well with these photos, so I did it. I went with it. Now, when I'm doing a long title like this, I really enjoy using, or I like using, all sorts of different thickers. I think that's kind of what makes it for me personally. And so you can see off on the right hand side there, I've got a whole heap of different thickers to create my title. So I kind of pulled out the key sort of words I wanted to highlight, and they're all in gold. So like mud, wash off, memories, and lifetime. And then the rest of them are in one of the, are they Paige Evans tiny thickers that she came out with her collections. So it's one of those. It's the one that's kind of all multicolored, which I really love. The tiny thickers, love them. Should do more of those. They're the best thing since sliced bread. So yes, so the will last. That was confusing. They're all in teeny tiny thickers. So I really love how this is looking. Now I've got a lot of photos to fit on the page. I've got 7, which is a weird number. And so I've kind of gone with this unusual layout. Certainly a layout probably that more traditional scrapbooking pages would use, when you're trying to fit, like, obviously as many photos onto a page as you can. I cut down my photos on the left hand side into, I think they're 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 inches. And then the one on the right hand side, I had initially wanted to cut down into the same size to keep them all the same. However, it just didn't work. I would have had to either cut off Lincoln's feet or some of his head, and he's literally jumping in the puddle. That's what makes the photo cute. And the photo is slightly blurry also, but it was the effect of, you know, the big splash. So I didn't want to do that. Of course, while I've been talking, my ATG gun's run out of tape, so I'm just going to switch that over. And I have started sticking down my title, so I just wanted to make sure where I was putting that larger photo on the bottom right, I could make the rest of my long title fit in that blank space above it. So I just had put down the start, or the end, I should say, the end of my long title, and then I'll fit the rest in around it. So what else to tell you? Scraptember. What did I say this was? Day 11? I'm losing track. This is day 11. I am using my Cozy Days collection. It's entirely possible that I am going to almost do this entire month of my layout. So obviously Jess and I are alternating days. So we're both doing 15 layouts each. I reckon I'm going to get to at least 10, if not 11 layouts with this Cozy Days collection. But it will be finished by the end of Scraptember. I hand on my heart. Oh, sorry, when I say finished, I won't have finished every single thing in that collection, but I will finish everything that I want to use from this collection. But yeah, I am not finished yet, but I'm close. I'm also a little bit overusing it, not gonna lie, but I'm determined to finish it. So watch this space. But it is day 11. This is long title is the prompt. I said that. So there are people playing along with us for Scraptember, so the playlist will be linked in the description box down below. So go and check out everybody playing along, see what they've created. There's no rules about what makes a long title, by the way. You know, you do you. If your usual titles are 1 word long, maybe for you a long title is 3 words. If your titles are usually a little bit longer, then extend yourself to make a much longer title like I have. I don't know. I know some people are like, oh, 5 words makes a long title, but honestly, you do you. If it's a long title for you, go for it. If you want to literally do a long title, like as in if you want it to cover the full length of your page, whichever way you're going to do your title, and you're interpreting it as you're writing a long title, then go for it. Do it. As I've said in pretty much every one of my videos, these prompts are designed to get you scrapping. You use them as you will. If they get you scrapping, then I think we've won. That's what we wanted to achieve here. So honestly, you interpret them in any way that makes you scrap. There are no rules here. Yeah, go for it. If you're creating and getting things stuck down on your page, I'm happy. So, yes. What was I saying? Playlist, description box down below. Go and check out what everybody's creating. I have linked the Facebook group as well. And as I've said in every video, the Facebook group is not active really at all. It's a little bit active, but it's not particularly active throughout the year. September obviously is when we ramp up. So if that's your jam, you want to come and hang out with us, then feel free. I'll leave the link in the description box down below as well. But I think that's pretty much everything I have to tell you. I have finished the hardest part of this layout, which is sticking down that title. This is why I have to do this off camera, as in plan my title out, which obviously I'd done. I'd stuck it on some baking paper, ready to then transfer over to my page. Because if I had to do that on camera, I think it took me like 20 minutes just to get all the thickers out, create my title, figure out, do I have the right letters? I have to doctor a letter or two. It all just takes time. So I like to pre-plan that off camera. But I'm putting my clusters together with you now. So I sort of knew where I was going to put my clusters. I mean, to be honest, there's not really much space. So I knew that I was going to do some clusters down the bottom. I thought initially that I would only have 2 clusters, but as you can see here, I do decide to add something in that top right hand corner. I'll only add a couple of ephemera pieces up there, nothing too drastic. But I don't know, I just thought, let's go with 3. Let's fill the page. So I added a jumper in that top right hand corner, or a sweater, I suppose you would call it in the context of this collection. And then I also add some gumboots. I'm like, got to get those on the page. That's what Lincoln's wearing, beside the photo of him on the right hand side, and a scarf over the top. And then the large cluster I'm doing on the bottom left, which I'm working on now, has got a jumper or a sweater, an umbrella, and then 2 sets of fuzzy socks, I'm guessing they are. Yeah, I just think, I don't know, I like how this layout came together. It's not too fallsy, is that a word? And I think it's because I haven't used any of the brown or orange tones in this collection. I've coincidentally, because none of the kind of wet weather gear or cold weather gear had those tones in it that I was using, so that's kind of not on this page, and I do think it gives it quite a different look, I've got to say. So I am adding in some puffy stickers, and as well as some stickers from the sticker sheet. So I've pulled in a book that just says Our Story, adding that to the top right cluster, and then I am going to come in with some puffy stickers. So I'm just having a look and seeing which puffy stickers I can use. There's certainly a few options I've got. I did want to put the gumboots on again, but I didn't. They're green as well, and I thought, you know what, I've already got 1 set of green gumboots, and I thought adding 2, even though there's no other green on the page, I just thought it would be a bit odd if I added another random green set of gumboots. So I add a little umbrella to the top, I add a little sweater to the bottom right. It's not really connected to the ephemera pieces that are on the left hand side of that photo, but I still think it kind of works down the bottom there. I don't know, I couldn't fit it on the left hand side of the photo because I'd put too many pop dots underneath the scarf, and so I just tucked it in there. I don't know, I like it. And I'm just trying to think Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm finding the puffy stickers from the Hearth and Home collection because I thought there might be something there that I could use in this cluster, but actually it's the completely wrong tones. And it's definitely not going to work. So I am having a look at that, and then I'm saying, okay, what am I going to come back in with? I want to put another puffy sticker in this collection. So then I decide, you know what? I'm actually going to pull out the words give thanks because it was fun. They were having a great time. I was loving watching them. It was hilarious. Addison was soaked. Like, she was so wet, as you can see. I mean, she's literally kneeling in one of the puddles, or in the puddle, underneath where I'm splattering now, so you can't actually see that photo. It's the bottom left photo, but she's kneeling in the water. So is Lincoln in that top photo. He was just trying to copy her. Her shoes were just drenched. I washed them after this, but they had the best time. All right, here's my close-up photo. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. Bye.